Record shattered, Boston Celtics sold for $6.1 billion, the most expensive team in U.S. sports history. Today we're breaking down some absolutely massive news from the sports world. The Boston Celtics have just been sold for an eye-watering $6.1 billion to Symphony Technology Group, led by William Chisholm. This isn't just a new record, it absolutely demolishes the previous high mark for any sports franchise in American history. Let's put this in perspective. What's worth more, the entire GDP of Montenegro, NASA's Mars Perseverance rover program, or one of the most legendary franchises in sports history? As of today, the answer is the Boston Celtics. Think about this, 17 championship banners hanging from the rafters. Legends who have worn the green and white, Bill Russell, Larry Bird, Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce. The parquet floor that's become a symbol of basketball excellence. The fierce rivalry with the Lakers that defined eras of the NBA. All of this, the history, the prestige, the global brand, now under new ownership in the most expensive team purchase we've ever seen. The deal breakdown. $6.1 billion. Let that sink in. That's over $1.2 billion more than the previous record set when the Washington Commanders sold for $4.9 billion in 2023. But the numbers get even more staggering when you look at the return on investment for the previous ownership group. The Celtics' valuation has increased more than 12-fold since Boston Basketball Partners LLC, led by WYC Grousbeck, bought the team for approximately $500 million back in 2002. That's an annual growth rate of roughly 14%, far outpacing most traditional investments over the same period. The comprehensive deal includes a full ownership of the Boston Celtics NBA franchise, the team's state-of-the-art training facility in Brighton, Massachusetts, marketing rights and intellectual property, local broadcast agreements, including the team's 20% ownership stake in NBC Sports Boston, revenue-sharing rights within the NBA ecosystem, the team's G League affiliate, the Maine Celtics. Financial experts note that while the $6.1 billion headline number is eye-popping, the deal was structured with approximately $2.4 billion in cash and the assumption of existing debt and financial obligations. Who is Symphony Technology Group? Symphony Technology Group, STG, is a private equity firm based in Palo Alto, California, that has largely operated outside the spotlight despite managing over $6 billion in assets. Founded in 2002, they've primarily focused on software, data analytics, and technology services companies. Their portfolio has included cybersecurity firms like McAfee Enterprise, data management company IRI, and educational technology providers, but this acquisition marks their first major venture into professional sports ownership. The purchase was led by Symphony's managing partner, William Chisholm, who isn't exactly a household name, at least not yet. Born in Connecticut and raised in a middle-class family, Chisholm attended Yale University on a partial scholarship, graduating with honors in economics before earning his MBA from Harvard Business School in 1998. Former colleagues describe him as intensely analytical and strategically patient, willing to make bold moves but only after exhaustive research. In his limited public statements, Chisholm emphasized his respect for the Celtics' history, saying, "The Boston Celtics represent not just a basketball team but a cultural institution with unmatched legacy and tradition. We approach this responsibility with tremendous humility and respect for what the franchise means to Boston, to basketball, and to sports culture globally." Interestingly, despite growing up in New England, Chisholm wasn't known to be a diehard Celtics fan before the purchase. End of an era. The sale marks the end of an era for Boston Basketball Partners LLC, the ownership group led by Wycliffe WYC Grousbeck, who have owned the team since 2002. Under their stewardship, the Celtics won a championship in 2008, reached the NBA Finals in 2010 and 2022, and rebuilt the franchise multiple times. Grousbeck, often seen courtside pounding the parquet floor during intense moments, represented a hands-on ownership style that connected with the fan base. In his farewell statement, Grousbeck emphasized that the decision wasn't easy. "This team has been my life's passion for over 20 years. The relationships with players, coaches, staff, and especially the fans have meant everything to me and my family. But the timing and offer were simply too significant to pass up." League reaction. The sale still needs formal approval by the NBA Board of Governors, requiring a 75% approval vote from the other 29 team owners, expected to be a formality. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver has already welcomed STG to the NBA family, calling the record price a testament to the strength of the league and the iconic status of the Celtics franchise. Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban commented that this resets the market for every team, while former NBA player and current analyst Charles Barkley questioned whether any sports team can really be worth that much money. Current Celtics players have largely remained quiet, though star Jason Tatum posted a simple but telling message. Business is business. Ball is ball. Banner 18 still the goal. What this means for sports valuations. This sale doesn't just affect the Celtics, it resets the market for every professional sports team in America and possibly globally. Several factors are driving these skyrocketing valuations. 1. Media rights explosion. The NBA's new media rights deal is reportedly worth over $75 billion over 11 years. 2. Global expansion. Basketball's international popularity continues to grow, with the NBA having particular strength in China, Europe, and emerging markets. 3. Scarcity value. With only 30 NBA franchises and rare turnover in ownership, limited supply drives premium pricing. 4. Tech wealth influx. As technology creates more billionaires, sports teams have become trophy assets for the ultra-wealthy. 5. Alternative investment appeal. Sports franchises have shown remarkable resilience during economic downturns. Even at $6.1 billion, the Celtics remain less valuable than some European soccer clubs like Manchester United, Real Madrid, and Barcelona, suggesting there may still be room for growth. What to expect under new ownership? While Symphony Technology Group has no history in sports management, their background in data and analytics could signal a new approach to basketball operations. In their initial statements, STG has promised continuity, with no plans to relocate the team or make immediate changes to basketball operations. They've specifically mentioned their intention to retain Brad Stevens as president of basketball operations and Joe Mazzulla as head coach. However, history suggests new ownership typically implements changes gradually. Business operations changes first. I expanded analytics department. Fan experience technology upgrades. New revenue stream development. For Celtics fans, the immediate question is whether the new ownership will be willing to spend into the luxury tax to keep the current championship contending core together. Fan reaction in Boston has been mixed. The city's sports culture has always favored local ownership with deep community ties. Boston sports radio has been buzzing with speculation, with one prominent host noting, "Boston doesn't warm up to outsiders easily. They're going to have to prove they understand what the Celtics mean to this city, and that means one thing: banners." The bigger picture. This record-breaking sale reflects broader trends reshaping the sports industry. Institutional investors replacing family owners. Purchase prices disconnected from annual revenue. Technology integration accelerating. A globalization of ownership. A growing gap between large and small markets. What we're witnessing isn't just a change in who owns the Celtics, it's a transformation in how we value sports institutions in America. When Red Auerbach was building the Celtics dynasty in the 1960s, he couldn't have imagined his beloved franchise would one day be valued at $6.1 billion. But in many ways, this astronomical figure is the ultimate testament to what he and generations of Celtics built, a brand so powerful and a legacy so rich that it commands a price tag that has shattered every record in American sports history. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more sports business analysis. Let me know in the comments what you think this means for the future of sports ownership.